Hiya, so it's Mel here from Wake Nutrition. It's been ages since I've done a snack size video, and because I went shopping this morning and bought a new product, I thought I would get back on the wagon and share this with you. So I bought this morning some kefir. So you might have seen quite a bit of hype and interest and lots more posts on social media, programs on the telly about kefir itself, or what we're really interested that's in here are bacteria. So kefir is a fermented milk product, and normally it is as a drink. So it's made from traditionally cow's milk, but now we've got a spoonable yogurt variety here. And for me, do you know what? There's something I have never tried kefir. There's some block in my head which is probably influenced by drinking warm milk that's gone slightly sour and off when I was at primary school in those little glass bottles. That has turned me off from drinking milk. I have it in my cereal, tea, coffee, I cook with it, anything like that. I just can't drink a glass of it. So I sort of veered away from this kefir, but I thought, well, I love yogurt, so I'll give this a go. So what is it? So essentially, this begins with what we call kefir grains. Now, I say grains, they're basically little tiny beads full of good bacteria and yeasts, and a particular type of bacteria that are in the kefir and in lots of sort of fermented food products and like live yogurt are lactic acid making bacteria called lactobacilli. And there's a unique strain of bacteria in kefir which, funnily enough, is called Lactobacillus kefiri. But generally, lots of lactic acid bacteria we recognise are linked to better gut health, better gut environment, and so promotion of better health and well-being, essentially. Now, when these probiotics, the bacteria themselves, ferment, when they're sort of digesting their food, they will make all sorts of byproducts that will enhance the health of our gut, help it regenerate and heal and so on. That probiotics can be really useful in settling sort of an irritated gut if we're thinking about sort of IBS type symptoms, for example. But they also will make a bit of carbon dioxide and they make lactic acid. Now, the lactic acid is designed to keep the bad bacteria at bay because they don't really like acidic conditions. But in terms of consuming the product, it will give the kefir quite a sort of a tart, sour, acidic taste, more so than what you would find in, say, a plain or natural yogurt. And also in this fermentation process, they make a bit of carbon dioxide. So it's the same process of making bread or beer. So the carbon dioxide is used to add fizz to a drink or make the bread rise. The carbon dioxide here is just going to give maybe the milk a slightly sort of fizzy sort of taste, which may be something that you be quite acquired or would get accustomed to. So as a milk product, what would happen is you'd soak the grains in traditionally cow's milk, okay? Now, because of the interest around kefir and in terms of ensuring that options are available for vegans and vegetarians, you can now get coconut kefir grains, for example, and they also make them with sheep and goat's milk. And the idea being that fermented products, because the bacteria use up the milk sugar, the lactose that some people might have a sort of an intolerance to, is deemed to be more digestible than a sort of an unfermented raw milk product. So what you do is you soak these grains for 24 hours at room temperature, so they've got some moisture, some warmth, and these bacteria would multiply. So they would increase in growth and numbers and increase the probiotic content of the food, of the milk. You could then strain the milk, you could drink that, stick it in the fridge, the coolness will stop the fermentation process, and then you can just keep recycling and reusing the grains, soaking them in yet more milk, and really have an indefinite supply of very affordable kefir milk. Now, I'm really not going to make kefir, to be honest, because it is a time thing, it's just me, but I will go to the shop and buy some. So I bought this, and I know it's a fruity one. I'm not a big fan necessarily of fruity yogurts because they can be quite sugary. They do a plain one, they just didn't have any. But what we've got in here is organic milk, fermented with live kefir cultures. You've got 5% organic strawberries, 5% sugar, and then you've got some maize starch to thicken it, and you've got some lemon juice, probably just to help with sort of consistency of flavour and so on. So it is a bit sugary. You've got 9.5 grams per 100, which is about 2 teaspoons. So I would probably try, if I like this, I will try the plain version, because what I would tend to do is, because I love plain yogurt, is add berries and nuts and fruits and things, and maybe a bit of honey so I can control the sweetness. But we're gonna go with this. So Paul, my husband, has already opened this. I was gonna do like a surprise opening, but he's already opened it, and I'm gonna try some. I wonder what he thought of it today. So it just looks like strawberry yogurt, little bits in there. Smells like strawberry yogurt. That's quite nice, actually. Yeah, I could do that. I could eat that. You've definitely got a tartness there. I'd be curious to see what the plain variety is like, which will have less sugar in it. I'd probably have to end up adding my own sweetness in there, but that's quite nice. It's not as creamy as like a plain natural yogurt, and I do quite like their brand of plain natural yogurt, but that's all right. I quite like that. I would use that, and it's got more bacteria than a plain natural yogurt. So in terms of, again, part of this balanced diet, I'd give it a go. So the plain one has probably got about half the amount of sugar. The plain one's got 4.5 grams of sugar per 100, which is more in line with the natural plain yogurt. This doesn't distinguish although it's got 5% added sugar in here, that sugar label, the sugar amount on the label, is also factoring in the natural milk sugar in the milk and the yogurt, that is factoring the lactose, which generally we're not worried about. But yeah, I'm now in the KEFIR club. So if you've made it, had success, disaster, you like it, don't like it, want to ask me more questions, please do drop me a comment. And cool, there we go. Have a great day, guys, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.